Hello, hello, my dear 9th standard students. This is Midun Raj once again signing from this part of the world from Cochin, Kerala. Okay, it's been 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 long days. I think. I hope that first chapter was an easy chapter for you all regarding chemistry, matter in our surroundings. Okay, it's a simple chapter. Now we are going to a bit more into the subject. Okay. The next part we are going to study. 1 second, my kids. Just need to switch off if that sound will be clear. So the next part we are going to study in science. It is about the first chapter of biology. Okay, the fundamental unit of life. Okay, this is not one. This is 10th standard biology. Not for man. It's only a basic class. Okay, basic things what we want to understand before studying that particular chapter. Okay, tell me, what is the fundamental of life? Tell me. The name of the chapter is fundamental unit of life. What is the fundamental unit? Can anybody tell that? Anybody, you know that in our current modern world, it's a big world, isn't it? It's a big world. Big world. This world has a lots of different types of things. Matter is there, isn't it? Matter, you studied matter is made up of small particles. Right or not? But here we are going to study about something small which makes us alive. The building block, the basic building block for almost all the things around us. What is that? What is that? I know you know that, but we will discuss that later. Okay. So, for example, just this room. Hmm? This is my home. Anyway, how I built this. I didn't build, workers did. But how they did that? Hmm. They will buy one wall, one full piece of wall from the shop, or one full room they will buy from the market and they will come and place it here. Or the entire building, entire home, house, they will buy it from somewhere and they will just keep it here. Like that, you are building your home. Hmm? No, we need bricks, isn't it? Bricks in each and every part of the wall. It is being concreted here, but inside that there are bricks. Am I right or not? We have doors, we have switches, we have a lot of things in our home. Hmm? If everything is put together, then only it will become a home. Understood? If everything is put together into one place, then only it will become a home. So, the entire home is built by small, different units. Bricks, sand, water, cement, switches, wood, locks, nails, screw. Am I right or not? So, regarding this house, these all things are the fundamental units to make it. Understand? If these fundamental units are separated and keep or kept in somewhere else, for example, the entire bricks I used to build this home, I keep in one place. The next, the cement I kept in another place. Water I used, kept in another place. The sand I used, I also kept in another place. Can I get this home? Can I live inside that home? No. For that, you must assemble all these fundamental units together. Isn't it? Before going to the main part, I will tell one thing. There was a famous scientist, almost like 350 years before now. His name was Robert Hooke. Okay, Robert Hooke. He was a biologist and also a scientist. What he did one day, the real year was 1665, 1665. What he did, he just took a small piece. For example, I have a small paper piece here. Okay, paper piece, small, like this. Actually, he taken that small piece from a tree, from a bark of a tree. That skin of a tree, that is called as bark. A small piece from that, he took it. And what he did, he had a very good microscope. You know what is a microscope? Okay, same thing like that binoculars and all, which will magnifies that thing thousands and thousands of times. Very small particles also we can see through a microscope. In the case of atoms and molecules you studied, we want to use an electron microscope to see atoms because it is the smallest unit. Okay? It is the smallest unit. But in the case when he looked at that particular piece through that microscope, what he saw? He saw a lots of small block. Understand? Like square, big places there. Anyway, next class we will discuss it in detail. Small blocks he see. Small square, or circle. He was wondered, oh my god, what is it? Nobody has done that before. Okay, nobody knows that from what all these things are made of. By seeing that, he thought that it is a honeycomb. You know what is a honeycomb? Honey. You know what is honey? Have you seen where these honeybees home? Where is it? It looks like whatever shape, but there is a small rounds there, isn't it? The same thing he observed in that small piece of plant, and he confirmed that. So every living things is made from a small thing. Understand? A small thing, very small thing. It is the building block of all human life, not only human life, all the life in the world. So after hearing this, lots of other scientists also rush from other part of the world, from there, from here, from America, from England, Europe, lots of places in Europe. What they did, they researched in it, and they came to a conclusion which is also called as cell theory. Understand? They came to a conclusion which is also called as cell theory. Regarding cell theory, the first line is that all the life in the earth is made up of basic building blocks called cells. Understand? Cell, that is the building block. That is the fundamental unit of our life. Understand? This year you will study about plant cell and animal cell mostly. I already posted that two diagrams in your group. Okay? You must draw it neatly. I haven't seen any question papers. I haven't seen any final question papers without that questions. Either plant cell or animal cell. 4 mark or 5 mark question, that is 100% sure. Okay? Simply study to draw that two diagrams perfectly. Easily you will get minimum 4 marks. Okay? Is it easy or not? It's very easy. Biology is a bit more easier than chemistry. Okay? Okay, so that is called as cell, the basic fundamental unit of life. So why we are calling it as a cell? Actually, the real meaning of the word cell is a little room. Understand? A little room. Mostly in jail, where these criminals are kept inside a jail, that room is called as cell. They are not given any big room so that they can enjoy. It's a very small room. Okay. Only like 6 or 10 feet maximum. That's it. That's why he named it as cell. So after that, lots of research is being done. And the scientists concluded their cell theory that each and every part of living things is being made by this cell. Different types of cells are there. Plant cell, animal cell. Okay. And have you seen these onions and all? If you see onions with a microscope, you can get it clearly. Actually, this thing we want to do in lab, but during this corona time, it is impossible for doing that. When we see that, we will understand that how is this real cells is there. Different cells in our human body is like blood cells are there, white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets. At the same time, fatty cells are there, nerve cells are there. Okay, and sperm cells, ovum, bone cells, and lots of cells, different types of cells are there. But in a living thing, every part is made up of the fundamental unit of life, which is called as Cell. Okay, let's see. Regarding that, we can say different types of organisms also are there in our world. Isn't it? We are multicellular organisms. Multicellular. Have you heard about this? Amoeba and lots of other types of organisms are there. Have you heard about amoeba? Hmm? Heard about it? What is the speciality of amoeba? Of course, it is single cell organisms. 1 minute, I got a call. I will just. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Just a call came. Okay, okay, leave it. Cells. We are talking about cells. And then what we are talking about? We are talking about multicellular and unicellular organism. Okay, for example, for unicellular means only one cell. The entire body part of that particular organism has only one cell. For example, amoeba and paramecium. Different examples are there. Amoeba is a very good example. Mostly all of you know about this amoeba. There's only one cell in it. Only one cell, that's its life. Everything is there inside that one cell. Okay? So it is very easy for them to get food. Isn't it? Just imagine we are very small. Have you seen small kids? Hmm? They are eating very less food. They won't eat like us. Because while we are growing up, we are grown up, we need more food. But small children, they don't need that much food. Understand? That much energy they don't need. That's why they will only eat small amount of food. The same thing about unicellular organism. Only one cell is there. Only few amount of food is required. But in the case of multicellular organisms like human beings, how many types of cells are there in our body? How many types of cells? Lots of types of cells are there. We have nerve cells, we have blood cells, we have skin cells, we have bone cells. How many types of cells are there? So that much energy is required to run all these cells in our body. Understand? Because cell is the building block of every human life. So these are the things we are going to study in this chapter. So the main part is that plant cell and animal cells are there. And different types of small organs are there inside these plant cells and animal cells. And their functions also you must study. First you must study to draw that diagram, and application level questions will come regarding the work of each part of that animal cell and plant cell. Some of the new names will come this year, okay, regarding these animals and plant cells, like mitochondria and all new names. But after practicing very well, it will be easy for you. Okay, my dear kids. So this is the base thing in this chapter. Mostly this chapter we will deal with plant cell and animal cell, and the working of animal cell is more important, and also osmosis, diffusion and all. Also we will learn in this chapter. Diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion you studied in the last chapter also in chemistry. But here we will study what is osmosis. It's another property. How we are absorbing all this energy or food and all. How the single cellular organism or unicellular organism are able to do work so that they can get energy from the environment. These are the things we will go to study in this chapter. It's not as easy as the first chapter of chemistry. Some new words are there. So practice that words daily. Okay? So today, okay, today there is no homework. Okay, today no homework. Happy? Today no homework. Just go, just read. If you have the textbook, just read it one time. It may not be that much difficult, but I think it's not that much clear. Some portion in that textbook is a bit tough for the students. Okay, in these next classes we will solve it all. It will take at least 7 or 8 classes for to finish this chapter. It's not simple like the previous one. So that's all for today. This is not the first class. This is only an introductory class for that. Next class onwards we will start. Okay, and if you have any doubts, regarding science and all, not only from the chapter, how very Most of the students, what they are doing, they are using bad method to study. Their technique is not correct. That's why they are not scoring well in science. Regarding that, if you have any doubt means, you can directly contact me or you can message me. All the time I will be available. Okay. So my dear kids, Corona time, you already know that. Be safe at home. Eat good food, healthy food, nutritious food. Drink a lot of water and obey your parents. Stay home, stay safe. This is Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world. Goodbye. See you soon, my dear kids. Take care and Jai Hind.